Welcome to AM Best Audio.
Rating change activity in the U.S. Life Health segment declined overall in 2025, with downgrades for long-term issuer credit ratings also decreasing slightly to 6.4%. On the property casualty side, rating upgrades outnumbered downgrades for the last year for the first time in several years. I'm Lori Chortis for AM Best TV, and we're joined today by Helen Andersen, an industry analyst with AM Best's research team. She's here to discuss some recent research around rating action trends for 2025. Helen, welcome. So great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Well, Helen, let's start with the U.S. property casualty side. Can you take us through some of the highlights in terms of rating trends for these insurers?
So over the past few years, we've seen some volatility in rating trends, which really is reflecting the difficult environment, especially for personal lines insurers. But in 2025, there was more of a sense of stability. Affirmations, which have always been the vast majority of rating actions, increased 10% year over year in 2025, up to about 84% of total rating actions. And half the number of ratings were placed under review in 2025. Both upgrades and downgrades declined, though notably upgrades outnumbered downgrades, which reversed the trend of the past couple years.
And Helen, what were some of the key drivers behind some of those movements?
So the most common driver of upgrades is operating performance. 40% of upgrades were driven by an upwards assessment in operating performance. And these improvements largely came from sizable rate increases that were earned through, as well as improved equity markets, though these were also volatile at times. As for downgrades, a combined 60% of downgrades were driven by either operating performance or balance sheet strength, as insurers that weren't able to stay on top of these outsized losses that we've seen over the past couple years from weather and volatility caused by inflation suffered and had their ratings downgraded.
Helen, turning now to life and health, what were some of the key takeaways on rating changes in the U.S. Life Health segment in 2025?
For life health, affirmations also increased. They're also the large majority of actions there. There was a dramatic decrease in downgrades, especially on life insurers. In 2025, there were 11 downgrades on life annuity insurers versus 20 in 2024. This offset a slight increase in downgrades on the health side, though the majority of those downgrades, almost all of them, were actually due to a single M&A transaction.
Customize your data experience. BestLink now offers an interactive company dashboard that provides company-level intelligence in a fast, user-friendly interface featuring interactive tables, charts, and Sparkline performance histories. Customize the dashboard tiles to prioritize the insurer ratings, data, and analytics that best support your workflow. AM Best. Our insight, your advantage.
And what were some of the key takeaways in this segment?
So M&A is a significant factor in rating changes, especially on the health side. When an M&A transaction occurs and a company is integrated into a new rating unit, they will have their rating changed to reflect the new rating unit. This accounted for over a third of downgrades. In particular, this one transaction accounted for 7 of 10 downgrades in the health segment. And 20% of upgrades were also due to a change in rating unit. Balance sheet strength is also always an important factor. It's really the starting point from where ratings come from, and it's often a primary driver of changes in ratings, and this year is no different.
Helen, so great to see you again. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. Greatly appreciate it.
Thanks, Laurie.
That was Helen Andersen, an industry analyst with AM Best's research team. You can find the full reports online at ambest.com. For AM Best TV, I'm Lori Chortis.
Looking to get the full attention of the insurance industry? We have the platforms that will do just that. Whether it be AM Best TV, AM Best Audio, Best Review Magazine, or Best Day. Find out more by calling AM Best Advertising Sales at 908-439-2200, extension 5399, and have a great day.